The shifts happen whether or not you are aware of it happening to you or not.
Welcome to the Product Boss Podcast, where we're dedicated to helping product-based business owners turn into revenue-generating, successful, happy product bosses. I'm Jacqueline Snyder.
And I'm Mina Kunlo-Sitep. Together through digital courses, coaching, and masterminds, we've helped over 50,000 students from startup to multi-million-dollar businesses scale their sales while blending in their dream life.
It gets lonely out there in the product business world. We fully believe a business shouldn't be built alone. There's room at the top for all of us.
So let's get scrappy and creative together, Product Boss, to be profitable, make more sales, and grow your visibility.
Are you ready? Let's dive in. Hey friends. Okay, so when it comes to running a successful business, the most important thing that you can do as a product-based business owner is to generate revenue. Because listen, as we always say, that if you aren't making money from your business, then maybe it's just a hobby. But here's the thing. We are heading into your busiest season, right? The holiday season is the busiest season for product-based businesses. And this could be the place where you make the greatest amount of money in your business. But hey, this is also, because it's your busiest season, the easiest time to lose potential customers along the way. But friends, you don't have to. With the new HubSpot Sales Hub, running your product-based business has never been easier. Now listen, you can easily keep track of all interactions, contact details, and communications in one place. Plus, it allows you to craft personalized emails with ease and track when your emails are opened, links are clicked, and you can set up automated follow-ups to engage potential customers at the right time. Plus, you can seamlessly integrate HubSpot Sales Hub with your e-commerce platform to gather order history and customer data, enabling you to provide a tailored sales experience to retain your customers. Amazing. So, with Sales Hub, closing deals is no big deal. Try it for yourself at HubSpot.com/sales. Hey friends, and welcome back to another episode of the Product Boss Podcast. It's Jacqueline and Mina with you again. And today we're going to really dig in to your year-end marketing plan. It is September. Well, it's about to be September at the time of this recording. And we are heading into the busiest time of year for product-based business owners. And a lot of you out there are thinking, well, what do I sell? When do I sell it? What do people want to buy? So we're going to dig into that today.
Yeah, this is the best timing to do it because all the kids are getting back into school and it's time for all of you to sit down and plan what your rest of the year will look like. And it gives you that proactive planning that will be really beneficial as it starts to get busier and busier, both personally and, business-wise. So let's dig into what that could look like.
Now, we have a super special freebie for you for this. It's really going to support you. So while today we're going to talk a lot about September, October, November, and December, what you're selling, what customers want to buy, you can get an entire year's worth of the selling cycle in our freebie download. All you have to do is head to theproductboss.com/selling cycle. We'll drop a link in the show notes here. Go ahead and click on that, and then you will have the entire selling cycle for January through December to support you in what you're selling and what you're clearing out of inventory.
Yep, it will give you the timeline that you need. So, what is a selling cycle really? It's going to guide you. You're going to know when to sell and market certain products. You'll know when to clearance out others, like Jacqueline had said. You'll be able to stay ahead of the holidays/the seasons with a visible timeline, and you'll be able to create the revenue you want in your business because of it, because you have that clarity. So, jump right in, get that for free. And we're just going to walk you through as your guides today on what that looks like for the rest of this year.
Yeah. So kicking into September, now this is happening all the way back in August, right? Like kids were
All
not
the way
even
back. Yeah. But it's August 31st. So
No, but I'm saying like way back, like beginning of August. Kids weren't even in school, but guess what was in stores?
I mean, everything. I mean, right
Halloween.
now, Halloween's in stores. It definitely, what I've been seeing lately the last few years is the timelines have been nudged up further and further and further. Because right now we're even starting to see, what is that, like gosh, why can't I remember? It's everywhere. Pumpkin spice lattes,
Mm.
you know, where we're starting to see that come out if it comes out in July, I'm going to lose my mind,
Well, we've
you
passed
know?
July, so it hasn't yet. It'd have to come with
No, it's come
ice.
out. It's come out.
It has?
Yeah, it's August and it's come out
Oh,
already.
I haven't gone out of the house, I feel like.
Um, I think it has. I just went there like earlier today. I could have sworn I saw it.
All right,
So,
everyone run and see. No. So we're recording this mid-August, so we're a little bit
yeah.
ahead of time. But one thing that we saw a lot of and that we've seen really early is Halloween. But let's talk about September.
Yeah.
So in September, the things that you're going to want to be not starting to think about, but marketing and selling are items that have to do with Halloween. Now, that's going to last through the month of September and into October. Now, we're not saying September 1st, if you don't have Halloween up, you're out of the game. But we do want you to start to get ahead. And that way, if you get this freebie download, you'll actually be able to kind of start to really plan ahead because we're kind of in the moment right now. But we want you to think about in September, people are looking at Halloween stuff or they're starting to buy it. Maybe some people are still doing back to school, but mainly back to school is clearancing out. And they're starting to get into breast cancer awareness month. So while October is breast cancer awareness month, they're starting to pre-buy products.
Yeah, for sure. So in the selling cycle, you're going to be able to write down what products you're going to sell in this season. So think about that, right? Like when Jacqueline is saying, back to school is clearancing out by the end of this month. Like, what does that look like for you? Like, are you going to talk about? What are you going to push? But again, it must relate to your own business and your own customer. So for example, if Halloween doesn't pertain to your customer, then it doesn't pertain. If breast cancer awareness doesn't pertain to your customer, then it doesn't pertain. You can just skip that. This is really just a template for you to work off of to serve as like a baseline for you to think about what you're going to sell during this particular season.
But you know what really does start to pertain, even though it's still really hot outside? Fall.
Fall.
So
Oh my gosh. I don't know. What's the weather been in
it's
Los Angeles?
103 degrees right now.
Oh my gosh. There was one day here that it was so beautiful. It was like 69, 70 degrees. And you know how like you go out and it's not raining, it's not sprinkling, but it's misting? It was one of those days, and I went for a walk, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I did not realize how much of a fall person I am until that day when I was just like," and it was just like, I don't know, 4 days ago or something. And I thought, this is so nice. This is why people jump into Halloween because they're Halloween people, you know?
Yeah.
So
And so I
it's
think for
been nice.
September, we're talking about seasonal holidays, but so we can talk about the seasonal holidays that you want to
Yeah.
prep for, but let's talk about the mood and the feeling. So,
Hmm.
like Mina said, in September, right after Labor Day, because Labor Day is like that last push, like you're squeezing out the last days of summer. And then that's when we're going to very quickly see everything change. I mean, again, the pumpkin spice latte
Uh-huh.
season,
The leaves won't even change before we're changing into our sweaters.
and people are going to yearn for, like Mina, sitting cozy in front of a fire with a sweater and the leaves changing. And so we're going to start to see that happen in products and in marketing because when it's happening, it's almost too late to be selling. People
Mhm.
buy earlier or they start to feel the feeling and then they will eventually buy, but you need to show up more than once in front of your customers for them to be aware that you actually exist, right? So in September we want you to all start to think about fall
Mhm.
y'all. Whatever you can start bringing out, and it's truly September is that shift of season. Kids are back in school, pool days are done, summer, fun days are done, and it's that shift. And so where in your product lineup can you start to market and show and sell products that meet the mood of your customers?
Yeah, and like Jacqueline mentioned, we're recording this in the middle of August, so we're right on time because on the selling cycle, the thing that you need to start thinking about and talking about is fall, Labor Day, and football season. Because right on time, people's what they're seeing in their environments and around them is going to shift, and you need to be on board with that shift of what that season could look like.
Yeah. Hey, friend, I'm just going to interrupt this episode really quickly as it's podcast recommendation time. This month, we're all about Creator Science, hosted by Jay Klaus, which is brought to you by the HubSpot Podcast Network, the audio destination for business professionals. Creator Science goes behind the scenes with today's top creators by learning how these creators make a living with their art and creativity. Creator Science helps you gain the tools and confidence to do the same. In one of his latest episodes, Jay interviews Tori Dunlap, the founder of Her First 100K, to help women fight financial inequity by giving women actionable resources to be better with their money. They discuss Tori's journey and how she went about being able to write her first book. It was such an inspiring episode. I'd love for you to take a listen. So, listen to Creator Science wherever you get your podcasts. Now, back to the show. Hey, Product Boss. How many times have you thought about waiting until the week before Black Friday to even think about your holiday promotion plans? Well, guess what? Not this year. So successful product bosses know that the key to seeing a snowball of sales throughout the holiday season is by preparing their promotions now, right? Maybe the weather is still warm out, but we want to get prepared early to be ready for the holiday season. And that's exactly what we're going to do together during our totally free 5-day challenge, which kicks off on September 18th. And it is our famous Rock Your Holiday Promotions Challenge. So, if you're someone who's wondering if this free training is really worth it, the answer is 100% yes. We know that there's so much information out there, and it's really hard to tell what's actually going to move the needle in your business. But here's the thing. The Rock Your Holiday Promotions Challenge is 100% worth your time and your energy because it's actually going to create results in your business. And that's not just us humbly bragging. It's actually so true. And this is from our previous challenge participants who have shown up, gone through the action items, and have seen some really big payoffs, literally, like Ashley of Ever After Baby. Ashley said that planning ahead for the holidays for Rock Your Holiday Promotions Challenge has helped change how she plans her promotions all year long. She said that when she first joined the Rock Your Holiday Promotions Challenge, she felt like she had never knew how she was going to set up her promotions. What was she going to sell for the holidays, right? She was confused, and she was always kind of second guessing herself and thinking last minute. So she attended the challenge. She went through each day's training because we teach it live, so make sure to come and join us live. But there are replays. But here's the thing. She went through each day's training and she implemented the action steps. So not only did she have her promotions organized by the end of the challenge, she had them created, she had them ready to promote and send and sell. She actually was able to triple her sales from the previous holiday season using what she learned inside of this challenge. Okay? This is incredible, right? And you must be thinking, okay, cool. Good for Ashley. But what does this have to do with you, my friend? Well, it's just a small preview of what you could do in just 5 days when you participate in the Rock Your Holiday Promotions Challenge. Now, don't forget, we start on Monday, September 18th, and it is totally free. You can make sure to join us by signing up at rockyourholidaypromotions.com or just click the link in the show notes, and we will see you inside. Okay, so let's jump to October, okay? So we've gone through it now. October people are still going to be heavy in buying Halloween. We've got our last minute people, but you're going to start to see in the stores, Halloween's going to start to pop up in September, if not already. October, things are going to really be moving. But the shift is going to go from, there's going to be all the Halloween posts and keep doing that, but you're going to, again, in bigger retail stores, start to see Halloween areas cleared out. I just imagine Target. Like, when they get to that point at the very end of the season where it's all empty and you're like,
Yeah.
darn it, I missed it.
All the Halloween candy on sale.
Yeah.
So
but
it's
even
Halloween
there's cleared out
fall
shelves.
clearance. And you'll start to see wedding clearance too. So I like that we're starting off with what we're seeing on clearance because sometimes those are put into the forefront, right? Halloween clearance, fall clearance, and wedding clearance starts in October.
Yeah. So you'll still be selling Halloween if Halloween is pertains to your business or spooky or whatever that feeling is. But again, we're going deep into fall now. So this is really sweater weather time. This is really hot beverages, cozying up. Even if you're in Southern California and it's still 100 degrees, you want that feeling of fall or you're somewhere where the leaves change. So October is going to be about, like Mina said, fall clearance. There's going to be Halloween sales, but then Halloween is still moving, but also on
Yeah.
sale. And then we have Thanksgiving and winter. That's top of mind in the very first part of October. And you're going to see, even again, Christmas is going to start to pop up early.
I don't want to jump to Christmas.
I know it's just on the
As
selling
you're like
cycle.
saying the words, I'm like, I was so lit up by Thanksgiving and fall, and then it's like Christmas. No, no, I'm not ready for Christmas. I really love that Thanksgiving season. So, October being Thanksgiving, being like that hint of winter, the brisk walks, the leaves have changed by then. And yeah, then dun dun dun, by the end of October, you should probably start selling Christmas as
And
well.
I mean, I'm the resident Jewish person here, but I do love me a good Christmas holiday season.
Yeah, so do I,
So if
but
I can
don't
stretch
you
it
feel like
out,
there oh, you know what is so crazy? So this is kind of a fun out of season thing that somebody did in Des Moines. You know how like there's a Christmas in July sort of things that are like retail events, right? So I saw a lot of Christmas in July. There's Prime Day in July, whatever, whatever. But a radio station around here did Christmas in July. It's the first time they did it. So you could go to 104.1
oh,
and listen to Christmas music in July. And I was like, I wonder if they did it to see if people need that, like, you know, they need that little bit of reprieve from the hot summer and the little bit of, I don't know, feeling like Christmas is coming sort of energy.
I
Isn't
mean,
that
you hear a good
insane?
Christmas song and it just, we've talked a lot about candles lately, and I keep talking about how people aren't going to buy pine scented candles in the middle of the summer. And
They will
I literally have said that
come
because
this month.
I've been lighting pine scented candles all over my house. But it's not because, and shout out to Lodestone Candles and Greg, and it's his candles, but it's not because I was going to buy them, but I have them and I love the
Mhm.
scent. And because I have them, like I'm still burning them, which is good for Greg because I will run out of it by the time the holiday season comes and need to buy another.
Yeah.
Um, so, okay, so we've gone from September and really getting into fall. October, you're deep into fall and you're starting to sprinkle in winter type marketing messaging. If Halloween pertains, you're selling Halloween. If you're in the States or you have stuff that pertains to Thanksgiving, but think fall and how can it connect with your customers in terms of marketing. Now we jump into November. Now, November is the biggest and busiest month for product based business owners,
Yeah.
right?
It is busy. Why? Because Cyber 5, which is um, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, so the day after Black Friday, that Sunday, and then Cyber Monday, and then what's Tuesday?
Giving
The
Tuesday.
Giving Tuesday. That's considered the Cyber 5 in the consumer world. And so that happens in November. Now, what we've seen in past years is that some now people are really, I mean, Cyber Monday and Black Friday are huge. In October, they actually are adding a Prime Day. So they did that last year. They'll do it again this year. They already released that already. And then in November, um, they've been making them cyber months.
Yeah.
So it's just been crazy, as far as like people, and you should take advantage of it too, of everybody having their wallets out during this season in particular. It's always been that way now more than ever, because it's like the timelines have expanded. It's kind of like they've expanded, contracted, and we want you to be right on top of it with everybody else.
Yeah. And if you've been with us at any point of time in the last several years, we offer Rock Your Holiday Promotions Challenge, which will be coming up again this year, where we're going to help you create your promotions for the holiday season all the way early in September, so that you're prepared for November, right? Because I'm sure a lot of you, we're talking about this end of August, early September about marketing. So that way you can start to think, what do I need to make? What am I going to market and sell? What's going to make sense to my customers? And then when we come up with the Rock Your Holiday Promotions Challenge, that's going to be where we actually put the promotions together in September so that you actually have time to go back in and produce or create your marketing campaigns or whatever it is. So November is the biggest month for product-based business owners. Like Mina said, we have the Cyber 5. This year in December, if for gifts, Hanukkah is actually early in December, so there will be a lot of gifts being bought even slightly earlier, probably for people who are celebrating Hanukkah that are trying to get early prepared. Halloween is for sure on sale, like discounted. And you also may want to put like serious fall stuff on sale, like pumpkin spice latte, fall, leaves changing, orange type items. They'll be able to start to go on sale, whether it's during Black Friday, where we're really done with fall and we're moving into winter. And for sure, Halloween's on sale.
Yeah. And December is you'll start to see like yeah, way for sure, like what Jacqueline said, gift giving mode because there's like free shipping day, which is a national day. There's
Have we moved into December?
um yeah,
Yeah.
you said
I
December.
said
That's
it for,
why.
Hanukkah coming early, but let's move to
Yeah.
December because November we all
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
and let's move into December now, which is going to be there's a short amount of time now for Christmas gifts.
There is. And especially in the previous couple years, we've seen uh, shipping delays. So it's like now people are, I don't know, maybe more attuned to shopping earlier. That who knows? There's always going to be procrastinators like
Me.
myself, I think that yeah, definitely you continue your holiday selling through into December. Of course, you make it clear when your cutoff dates are for shipping. You might want to look at your policies again to see when you'll be shipping and what's guaranteed because people, consumers might expect to see that type of information and you keep pushing until you don't,
Mhm.
right?
So remember, the first half of December is really your selling time. So you've done all of this work in September to start to get, people to know you exist and to market in October, in November when people have their wallets out, they're shopping, they're looking for things to buy for gifts. And then December is kind of the last minute shoppers and all of the work you've done leading up to this is what's going to bring those sales in December. So it's usually up until about the 15th of the month or so where
Hmm.
people can get their orders in and get them shipped in time for Christmas, let's say.
Yeah. Because even November, I think we are thinking about sales and Black Friday and Cyber Monday. December, I think, is when we really start thinking, oh, no, I haven't gotten my Christmas gifts yet,
Yeah.
and you instantly hit that sense of urgency,
Yeah.
come December 1st, like, oh my gosh, I need to buy gifts. So definitely gifts and gift guides and all of that come out towards December. And you could nudge it up earlier in that cyber month for sure.
Yeah.
So
Eh,
then it's Christmas, but then guess what's right around the corner, my friends, that you actually start talking about after I don't know, at least by the end of Christmas Day, right? It's the new year.
Yeah.
It's like we keep jumping into new seasonality for customers, but you'll start to see it, right? It happens whether or not the shifts happen whether or not you are aware of it happening to you or not,
Yeah.
you know.
So one thing I just want to remind you all of though is that as you're selling those first 2 weeks of December, it's going to be, still gifts, heavy on gifts, last minute gifts, that kind of thing. Um then there'll be a little bit of rest for you probably in the time unless you're local or you're doing in-person shows and stuff like that. And then the thing that you'll do right after Christmas, and we talk about this in Rock Your Holiday Promotions, is you will have a after Christmas sale. It's expected. So if you have inventory that you want to move and you want to still move things out, then there's that after Christmas sale. But if you are selling products that make sense, like Mina said, for New Year, like you do activewear or supplements or journals or anything that's kind of like that new year, new you vibe.
Mhm.
We all see Christmas ends and it's like, all right,
The
get it
big
together.
shift, right? The mood is so different post-Christmas, as you're throwing away the Christmas wrapping paper, you're thinking about this new version of yourself and the new you. I would say it's even earlier than that if you're like Kevlin, a festive gal, she always sold really early in December because she sold New Year crowns.
Yeah.
See, that's different than,
January.
vitamins and that sort of thing,
Yeah.
like the things that could be loosely New Year versus things that are specifically for the New Year, you
Yeah.
know?
Another thing, like in fashion, we used to sell a lot of, we knew that in the first, November and a little bit of December, we would sell holiday colors. So rich jewel tones, like
Mhm.
deep green, deep, burgundy
Like
or
the
reds.
emerald.
Yeah. Because people were looking for clothes to wear to or, to Christmas parties and things like that. But then right after that, everyone's going for black and sparkly and shiny and disco ball
Mhm.
because they're all going, out to the clubs
Yeah, it goes from
for New Year's.
velvet to sequins.
Yes. And so we would have to shift it. And so what you were saying about Kevlin and Festive Gal, people who are preparing for a New Year's party and then want New Year's crowns, they're probably shopping for those in December as well.
Yeah.
So, if this was helpful to you and you kind of want to see this in a concrete form and you want worksheets to work off of, again, head to theproductboss.com/selling cycle or click the link in the show notes. We have each season selling cycle. And for the fall cycle and winter, it has broken out into the month, what you're going to be marketing first half of the month, second half of the month, and what you're going to put on sale. And then we even have this great worksheet that you put products I'm going to sell in the season with notes. So you can go back in, listen to this episode, dig into these worksheets, and hopefully this really brings you clarity to set up your marketing plan for the next few months. And of course, we're always here to support you.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for being here and listening all the way through the Product Boss podcast. If you love our show and it has helped you in any way in your business, would you mind doing 2 things for us? Subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode and leave us a review. Reviews help other product entrepreneurs know that this is the place to be to grow their businesses and realize that they're not alone. And we know that you all know that a 5-star and honest review helps you sell more products to more people. So you know that your reviews help us reach more listeners around the world. Remember, what we give is what we receive, and we are all about helping each other in the Product Boss community. We are all in this together. We would be so appreciative of you if you could take the time right now to subscribe, leave a review, and even share this episode on social or someone you know so we can impact more lives. And remember, subscribing means that you will get notified each time we release a new episode so you never miss a thing. You have helped us grow and climb into the top 10 of all marketing podcasts, and together we can keep climbing. Thank you, friends. And remember, there is room at the top for all of us.